Hello and welcome to Griffon Update. I'm Thomas Delgado.
And I'm Narissa Lee. Griffon Update is our student-produced digital magazine show bringing you news, sports, and information from Missouri Western State University and the surrounding region.
During each program, we will present an in-depth look at the people, places, and events that make Missouri Western and the Northwest region of Missouri a great place to call home.
Today's show comes to you from the lobby of the Student Union. On this show, we will take a look at the sights and sounds of the Fall 2014 International Fair here at Missouri Western.
We'll also introduce to you some changes coming in the near future that will impact the look and feel of Missouri Western's campus.
And we'll give you some great ideas in cooking that favorite of all dorm foods, ramen noodles.
But first, as the winter weather deepens, so does the flu virus. Griffon Update news producer Jenny Swope and reporter Christina Wade spoke with the Esri Student Health Center on what students can do to stay healthy during these cold winter months.
The flu season is upon us, and many students find themselves in danger of contracting the virus. There are many things to watch for in order to avoid catching the flu.
The best thing to prevent from getting sick during the school year is to good hand washing. Wash with soap and water, and if you're not available to have soap and water, hand sanitizer is the next best thing.
Be aware that the virus can live on surfaces for several hours, so if they're in a class or going to the bathroom after that, just make sure you wash your hands and try to eat healthy and get enough rest and exercise, which sometimes is hard for college students to do.
Usually what I do is I always try to wash my hands whenever I get done touching anything, that's public, like a handle or anything, anytime I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. I try to take a lot of vitamin C. My grandma always tells me that's good. It keeps you from getting sick. So
the flu virus itself thrives in the winter weather, making it difficult for students to avoid the illness.
During the flu season, it's October to May, and February being the peak of the season, and it's the cold weather that usually the flu is more conducive in.
It's actually the virus itself is more stable in the winter, so it's more easily spread.
If you or your roommate have already contracted the flu, here's what you can do to keep your environment sanitary.
If someone that they live with or are around is sick, then they need to stay away from them and just be aware that being around them, if that person's sneezing or coughing, that they can get it from just the air.
If they're in their suite or room, I would Lysol down or wipe down items with an antibacterial wipe.
Esri Health Center provides free flu shots to students, as well as other health and wellness services.
Students can get the flu shot here at the Esri Student Health Center. We offer it free for all students starting October 1st and going through the flu season. We get plenty of doses to support the students.
You get your flu shot beginning usually about October, and it makes you build immunity towards those strains of the flu that we think are going to be the most prevalent that year.
I haven't gotten a flu shot in a long time actually, so that's why I decided to get one today, because I figured a lot of people are getting sick this year, so I wanted to take the precautionary measures in order to not get the flu. So yes, I decided to get my flu shot, but I usually don't get it.
There are some misconceptions surrounding the flu shot that actually prevent students from getting it, which the Esri Student Health Center has offered to clarify.
So a lot of people say that the flu shot makes them sick. The virus is actually not a living virus, so the fact that they say that is not very likely.
The flu shot does not cause you to get the flu. You've probably been exposed to something prior, if that were the case, before you got the flu shot.
It's a myth, or it's their way of saying they don't want one.
In addition to the flu shot, there are a few things you can do to boost your immune system or ease the symptoms of the flu.
They can be prescribed Tamiflu, and that could help protect you and get over the symptoms quicker. But if it's after a certain time, basically rest, increasing the fluids, good hand washing.
I'll take probiotics, and it's only the good bacteria that's in your body. And I'll also take prenatal vitamins, because even though I'm not pregnant, prenatal vitamins have a lot of different nutrients in them.
Producer Jenny Swope asked students in the Blum Union how they prevent the flu, whether or not they support the flu shot, and what they do in case they get ill.
I'm kind of just washing my hands and coughing in my shirt.
The best way not to get sick is not to get around sick people, right?
I definitely wash my hands a lot, especially if I get around someone that's coughing a lot.
I don't usually touch public things. I don't like using public bathrooms. So.
Flu shots are usually a good idea. I know a few stores around here do them for free.
I get the flu shot yearly at the end of the year to keep me from getting ill in the wintertime.
I have not had the flu shot yet. I should probably go and get one real quick.
This year I didn't take it, so I've actually got sick multiple times. I don't know if that's just the campus air or just me.
I just get a lot of rest, mostly.
I take like the basic cold and flu medicine, but I don't go to the doctor or do this unless it gets, really bad. But other than that, I just, let it kind of cure itself a little bit.
Sleep, drinking just like juices and such, and trying to eat fruit mostly.
Catching the flu can really put a damper in the semester. With a few simple prevention methods, students can remain healthy throughout 2015. For Jenny Swope, this is Christina Wade with Griffon Update.
If you've been feeling under the weather, be sure to visit the Esri Student Health Center, open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Well, Thomas, winter does bring us the flu and the biting cold. But Missouri Western kicks off the winter season every year with Light Up Western. Reporter Taylor Allen braved the cold last December to share with us this seasonal show of lights and Griffon spirit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Western Activity Council puts on many fun events throughout the year, and it was no different when they kicked off winter with Light Up Western. Students and community members alike enjoyed the festivities last December when WAC brought the holiday spirit to life in the Fulkerson Center. The room was decorated with lights and trees, and Christmas music was played throughout the night. Western Appeal also performed at the event by singing Christmas carols.
Oh, the infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace.
Along with the entertainment, the event consisted of lighting up the Kelly Commons, iceless skating, and hanging out with Santa. Students also enjoyed cookies, milk, and hot chocolate. Julia Bisher, Student Government Association Vice President of WAC, said she was really happy with Light Up Western.
I think it's a good time. There's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of kids running around, having a good time, getting excited for Christmas, and Santa's over there being jolly.
She also said the event helped more people get involved.
It gets different people, like it focuses on basically the whole campus, so anybody can come to it. We have people from the community here, so it's just a wide range of people that can come to the event, which I think is a success no matter how many people show up.
Charles Flemons, WAC's Director of Comedy, was glad students had a way to relax the week before fall finals by attending the event.
I mean, it's get you ready for Christmas, and that's like the happiest time of the year. At least it's supposed to be. So, I mean, what better way to kick off Christmas and lost some stress before finals than eat cookies and hang out with Santa Claus.
Bisher also wants students to know how they can get involved with WAC.
Any student has a say in Western Activities Council. We are constantly voting on things, and everybody can bring a different idea to the table. So if anybody's interested about, like Tuesdays or like a different thing, weekend events or anything like that, I encourage them to come to our meetings.
Many students enjoyed the iceless skating rink. Matt Steinlogge, Jr. at Western, was one of those students and enjoys WAC events.
Western Activities Council does a really good job of offering events and just random things for the students to do to have fun.
There was also a gift wrapping station at Light Up Western. Students also had the chance to receive a pair of Missouri Western gloves. Light Up Western was a positive note to end last semester on, and WAC is looking forward to putting on more events for Griffons to enjoy. This is Taylor Allen reporting for Griffon Update.
For more information about Western's Activities Council and their events, visit missouriwestern.edu/WAC. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet.
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back. An athlete balancing their personal life and their athletic career has become common, especially at the collegiate level. All MIAA running back Rafael Spencer falls under that category. Reporter Albert Shelby examines what it takes to succeed on the field and at fatherhood.
For the past 3 years now, all MIAA running back Rafael Spencer has been running wild on opposing teams, making a name for himself in the MIAA. On the field, Spencer is known for his speed and ability to shake off opposing defenders. Off the field, he follows his son, Jason Alexander Spencer.
There you go. Having your son makes me appreciate just everything about him, you know, just from when he wakes up, when he cries, you know, just changing his diaper and, you know, just seeing him smile, you know, it just really makes me want to be a better person. It makes me want to, you know, cherish the opportunities I have while I'm still here, you know, and I just want to be a better person for him. And, you know, that entails, you know, waking up and going to work and just trying to give it my all every time I go to workouts, just knowing that, you know, if I can do this, you know, work hard, and I can provide a way, you know, a life that, you know, that I never, you know, got to have, and it provides a way for me to provide for my family, you know, him and, you know, the mother of my child, and so that's what
Spencer's girlfriend, Jasmine Goodlow, gave birth to Jason on May 27, 2014.
It hasn't been a real drastic change, but I would say that, you know, my antennas have gone up as far as, you know, what has to happen. You know, I have to work a lot more. I have to just pay more attention to details. You know, cannot be okay with, you know, not going to work and not making money because those money could be going to, you know, diapers and wipes and stuff. So just really knowing that I'm not living for myself anymore. I'm living for another human being that I created.
Spencer says that Jason has changed the way he operates on an everyday basis. Before Jason was born, Spencer admitted that he was motivated by his son's expected arrival. He used that motivation during the off-season.
This season it was different because, you know, let me be honest with you, I wasn't really thinking about Jay a whole lot. You know, I was really thinking about how awful we were doing on offense. But as far as this summer and last summer, I knew that for sure that my son was on my mind a lot while I was running, you know, different drills or, you know, competing with my teammates, you know. But as far as being a motivating factor, yes, he is, because I know that if I don't get it done on the field, that a lot of the things that I want, you know, to happen for him, you know, can't be done. So, you know, I take a step back and look and internalize what, you know, I want to happen because of him. That probably is the hardest thing, just balancing it all, you know, from school, from practice, and just coming home and trying to be a, you know, a positive, you know, outlook, positive example for, you know, Jasmine and Jason. You know, I might have had a bad day at school or even a worse at practice, but you know, you just got to come home and give a positive example, you know, for your son to look up and know that, you know, you just got to be happy. You know, you can't just live life down, you know, in the dumps and be sad about everything. You just got to always have an upbeat, you know, personality and always be happy, because at any time it could be taken away. And that's what I really want to, you know, teach to Jay, that you got to have better understanding on life and knowing how to balance it and just know how to take lemons and make lemonade.
Spencer said that he hopes that Jason eventually takes up football, but he will not pressure him.
My answer to that question would be that I'm definitely not going to force Jay to play football. I'm definitely not going to, just make him play the sport that I played my whole life. But I will put footballs around him, maybe leave some of his dad's tapes up on the TV, maybe, change the channels to sports-related, things. But I'm definitely not going to make him. I would say the only thing I'm probably going to make him do is run track. That's what something I wish that my parents would have made me do, just because I know that, it would help me in the long run with my football career. But as far as just making him play football, no, I'm not going to do that. I want him to genuinely, grasp a love of the game before, anything happens.
Spencer will finish his last year on the collegiate field next season.
Being a star athlete comes with responsibility on and off the field. Running back Rafael Spencer is able to be a star on the field while also being a star in his baby son's life after the field. For more information about Spencer, visit his player bio on gogriffons.com.
The field where Rafael Spencer earns his all-MIAA credentials is getting a major facelift. Missouri Western recently kicked off a fundraising campaign for renovations to be made on our campus. Along with the renovations of Potter Hall and Spratt Stadium, the administration is also planning for the future of the university. Reporter Caitlin Cannon has the story on Western's new master plan.
For the next decade, Missouri Western will be experiencing some major updates. The Board of Governors has approved a plan for the long-term expansion of the university. The master plan includes renovations to Potter Hall and Spratt Stadium, which are already underway. Special Assistant to the President, Ann Pierce, said the plan also included some unexpected findings.
Several of the things that came out of that analysis we didn't really realize. For instance, we knew that Spratt Stadium wasn't in the best condition, but we didn't really realize how bad it was.
Along with the renovations to Potter Hall and Spratt Stadium, Pierce said there is a need for student recreation space.
In comparison with our sister institutions, how great a need we have for more student recreation space. We have some student rec space, but when it gets to be the middle of the afternoon and our athletic teams need to practice, then the students are shut out of those gymnasiums, basically.
Student Government Association President Daniel Hager agrees there is a need for space for students.
Whenever the basketball team likes to practice in Looney, they unfortunately have to kick out all the students that are in the basketball courts in order for the team to practice. And that's the only space that we have there for that. And that goes just about everywhere else on campus. We also don't have an intramural field, and Northwest and every other university in Missouri does.
While Hager has sought student feedback, he said that he would still like to receive more.
I guess I should say, as far as student feedback goes, I haven't asked as many about recreational space. I haven't done as much delving into that topic as I should have or could have with other things I've been asking students about. And as far as I know, unless I'm wrong, the general consensus is they like the recreational spaces.
Renovations will be occurring over the next decade, but students can start seeing improvements as early as next year. For Griffon Update, this is Caitlin Cannon.
Renovations have already begun on campus, but look forward to more in the future.
The students of Missouri Western were introduced to another set of plans this fall. Narissa, have you ever played miniature golf?
Yeah, I love to go in the summer with my friends.
How about a course designed by students?
I don't think so.
Well, this fall, art professor Neil Lawley's 3D design class presented Missouri Western's Rube Goldberg mini golf course in the Remington Atrium. While the snow flew outside, his design students were able to show off some of their interesting designs in this indoor course.
Mini golf isn't exactly something that you'd associate with a college campus, but students in Dr. Neil Lawley's 3D design class were given the opportunity to not only make their own courses, but also show them off in Remington Hall's atrium. Students constructed various Rube Goldberg courses, that is, courses that funneled the ball through a variety of mechanisms in order to reach their goal.
Did some research, watched the introduction in Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, the breakfast scene there, kind of get the idea. And we had some criteria set up, but basically they got to move the ball into the hole. And a hole-in-one is the optimal outcome.
According to Lawley, the class made sure to thoroughly research the topic before construction began. Students were also given the freedom to choose the overall design of their courses. This ranged from the theme, as well as what types of simple machines they would use in order to accomplish their goal. As a result, each course was designed very differently.
It had to use at least 3 simple machines, it had to have a turn in it, and it had to mechanically move the ball at least once. So they get to choose the theme, and the theme is, like here we've got waterfalls, here we have pirates, over there's the people of Walmart, and over there's Toy Story. So it runs the gamut.
Each product was put on display in Remington Hall's atrium, and any students passing by were allowed to try each course out. Through testing, Lawley's students learned a lot about how to design their final products.
How simple machines work. I've never really messed with any of this kind of stuff before, this class, so it kind of got my brain rolling that way so I could actually make it all come together and work.
Furthermore, students believed that previous classes helped them to design effective courses. Students in 3D design took two-dimensional design as a prerequisite for the class, which taught them how to lay out a project using balance along with other themes to help them on their way to designing their Rube Goldberg mini golf courses.
Well, before you can take this, you have to take two-dimensional design, and you learn about like balance and unity and all that other stuff. So we apply that in our projects in this class. And before we started this one, we did an egg machine that is a Rube Goldberg, and it's supposed to be the same type of concept using simple machines.
The projects were presented from 8 to 12 p.m. on December 3rd. And through the different themes, as well as the use of clever design choices, such as a bicycle in a basket in order to transport a ball from one location to another, each group's project came together to make an interesting display for students walking through Remington.
I think they're great. You know, we have a small group this semester, but they're really quality projects. I'm really pleased.
This is Daniel Cobb, reporting for the Griffon Update.
Students at Missouri Western had fun testing out each of the miniature golf courses made by Lawley's 3D design class in Remington Atrium. We'll be right back.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back. This year, Missouri Western has a record number of international students. This past fall, the Center for Multicultural Education hosted the annual International Fair to celebrate the foreign exchange students' culture. Caitlin Cannon reports.
The 2014 International Fair was held in Blum Student Union Tuesday, November 18th. The fair gave international students the opportunity to share their cultures with others. Students were able to sample food from around the world and also do cultural activities, like get henna tattoos from India. Ju-Young Park, a student from South Korea, said she enjoyed sharing her culture with American students.
We prepared several parts to introduce our country to other students, and there were about culture, like we are famous for K-pop, and food, and several attractions if you are ever planning to visit Korea.
Park said she also enjoyed watching students react to K-pop, Korea's most well-known music.
There were some songs that they knew, like they ever heard of it, like Psy's, Gangnam Style, and some K-pops, and some students were interested in the music video. We were playing the video with the song.
The International Fair gave students a passport to other cultures without having to leave Blum Lobby. For Griffon Update, this is Caitlin Cannon.
The International Fair is hosted each year, but the CME hosts several other cultural events throughout the year. For more information, stop by the CME office in Blum.
Well, it might not be the same as the wonderful food presented at the International Fair, but yummy smells often fill the hallways in our residence halls. This semester, Missouri Western's Living Learning Communities theme was Food on Campus. During the special Dorm Food Iron Chef Challenge, students prepared a meal and then were judged on taste, creativity, and overall appearance. Producers Krista Haig and Victoria Higgs have more.
Microwave. There's instructions on the back to how to make ramen.
An Iron Chef Challenge was held for students to learn about Missouri Western's Living Learning Communities. Stage 1 of the challenge was the Noodle Nuke Wars. Christopher Bond and Residential Life hosted the Iron Chef Challenge in efforts to educate students.
We tossed around a lot of different ideas. We were going to go with the actual Iron Chef mode, like actually bring in meat or vegetables, something of that regard, but we wanted to make it easy. And so every college student knows ramen noodles, and we thought it would be a lot of fun to do something that could be in the microwave. And so that's what we decided to do, because it was easy and fun. A learning community is a group of students who are connected usually to another class or a group of classes, and they're connected through usually a common theme. And in that common theme, they'll do outside activities, in-class activities, and the whole core is that the whole meaning is or goal is to actually connect students to a learning opportunity both inside and outside the classroom. And so picking a theme helps kind of bridge the two classes or group of classes together. So this is our first semester to use a group of 5. Usually it's only 2 classes, and we bridge those group of 5, about 170 students, over the theme of food. And then we bridge that back into the residence halls.
Since the theme was food, students had 1 hour to cook their ramen dishes in their dorm rooms and then come back for judging. Judges included Director of Residential Life Nathan Roberts, Homecoming Queen Kendra Greer, and Jacob Dow.
Well, my favorite one was the grilled cheese with the ramen noodles in it, and I told the winner that the neat thing about it was that the cheese and the ramen noodles kind of melted together, and it made you feel like you're eating about 3 times as much cheese as you actually were. So it was a little guilt-free. You know, you not supposed to have too much cheese, but the way the whole sandwich melted together just was delicious, and made it feel like you were having a phenomenal grilled cheese sandwich. I think we were looking at creativity, uniqueness, diversity of flavor. But I think I disagreed with a couple of the other judges.
Stage 2 of the challenge was a documentary film called Vegucated. The film educated students about a vegan diet as well as how people feel towards intensive animal farming. Free t-shirts were given to everyone who showed up, as well as gift certificates to the Iron Chef winners. The launch of Living Learning Communities was successful, and students should keep their eyes open for more food challenges during the spring semester.
For more information about how to get involved in Missouri Western's Living Learning Communities, students can contact Chris Bond at 816-271-4504.
Last November 19th and 20th, Missouri Western's music department held the Ye Olde Madrigal Feast, a live performance and formal dinner to celebrate the holiday season. Those who attended were treated to wonderful food and music. Mason Marshall reports.
The Missouri Western Music Department presented the Ye Olde Madrigal Feast, a performance dinner held by the Missouri Western Renaissance singers. The purpose of this formal dinner was to replicate the time of Queen Elizabeth I, where the English court lavishly celebrated each holiday season with traditional fare and music. Dr. Elise Hepworth, Director of Choral Studies and Music Education, organized and planned this wonderful event.
Well, the Renaissance Singers is a class that meets 3 times a week from 1 to 1:50 p.m. and it took us approximately 12 weeks to put this program together, beginning with all of the songs that we've been rehearsing, and then the last few weeks we've been really working on the technical aspects, including putting together the set, coordinating all the people that have been assisting with this, like maintenance, people who are serving on the decorations committee, the food services, and all of those things that go on at the same time.
Dr. Hepworth explains why students should have come to the feast.
Oh, this is a great chance to experience something that doesn't exist anymore. This music is 400 or 500 years old, and this is culturally as close as we can possibly get to what would be happening in the time of King Henry VIII and Queen Elizabeth I. Typically during the holiday season, because it was a Christian country, they would have a large court, a large party, bring in the finest food, the finest wine, all of the dried fruits and meats that they've stored from the summer months, and then they would have kind of just this lavish meal that sometimes would last for days and days on end. So if you would like to have an experience like what would have been like to live during King Henry VIII's notorious reign, this is a great chance to experience that.
Kelsey Levi was part of the choir and thought the performance went well.
It's actually really fun. I went to a previous institution where we did the same thing, but it gets us into the holiday spirit, and it's just really fun to prepare and put the hard work in.
It's for a seat to see the show with $30 a person or $210 for a whole table of 8. The Ye Olde Magical Feast had a huge turnout and was enjoyed by people of all ages.
For more information about Ye Olde Madrigal Feast, visit missouriwestern.edu/music or visit the music department office in Potter Hall.
For our last story, we remind you it's never too early to prepare for finals, especially when they are built around knowledge gained all semester. Last fall, reporter Andy Garrison visited the Center of Academic Support for this inside look at its valuable service.
Whether it's during finals or just during the course of a particularly difficult class, most Missouri Western students will find themselves in need of extra help. Luckily for us, Missouri Western offers just those services. And better than that, it's actually free. Content Tutor Coordinator for the Center for Academic Support, Susan Garrison, explains exactly what those services are.
We offer tutoring to any Missouri Western State University student. Math is our most heavily utilized service, and students can actually walk in any time, and we almost always have a math tutor on staff that can help them. We do take 1-hour appointments, so if there isn't somebody available that can help them with their particular course, there probably will be in the next hour if maybe our appointments are too full.
Garrison goes on to explain that there is a variety of different types of tutors, as well as a couple of different ways to sign up for a time with them.
Writing tutors work with any kind of writing for any course. So it could be an English course, it can be a psychology paper, it can be a history paper, it can be a resume, and our writing tutors can help you with that. Our writing appointments are one-on-one for a half an hour at a time. Content tutor appointments are a little bit different. If you go to our website, it lists the different tutors that we have available for content appointments. And content can be anything from psychology to German to biology, anything that doesn't fall under writing or math.
Student tutor Deidre Hebb says that her tutoring position at the Center for Academic Support goes a lot further than just teaching content to other students.
This is my first semester working here, and I really enjoy it because it's very rewarding. I get to be able to see the changes that a student can make and improve, and that's just, the satisfaction is limitless.
Content tutor Tom Malloy explains that while they can offer basic tutoring services, the CAS can also offer a few insights in a couple of different ways.
Definitely, if you have any questions in a class, you want to see how a teacher teaches a class or what the finals are going to be like, or if you just need a study buddy in general, stop by for math or reading or, any kind of content class in general. So.
Malloy also really enjoys working for the CAS as a tutor, and he explains how he got the position.
I was actually recommended by one of my professors. It was actually Dr. Tron from the business department for business statistics, and then from there I kind of branched off and started doing accounting. It's been a really good experience. I think they have a great program here, not only for the tutors, it being a great part-time job for classes you've basically already taken, but also providing help for students in those areas. So.
With all of the different opportunities offered by the CAS, both as a possible job opportunity and as a studying resource, the CAS truly is a very valuable asset for students at Missouri Western. For Griffon Update, this is Andy Garrison reporting.
Well, that's our show. I hope you have enjoyed our look at the people, places, and events at Missouri Western.
We at Griffon Update want to thank you for watching and hope you join us in the future as we explore Missouri Western and the surrounding region.